Hey guys, hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Your boy is back with another video, and today we're diving back into r/AITA, or Am I the A-hole? This is a fun subreddit. We started it a few weeks ago, and I'm going to keep it rolling because I really like this one. It's also a massive subreddit, like 23 million people, bro. But yeah, if you guys are new to this subreddit, it's pretty much where we get to read different people's scenarios and kind of base our own opinions on if they were an a-hole in that situation or not. And then we get to read the comments to see if we are in the majority or the minority of the consensus. And it's a fun little subreddit, and it's nice to change pace from the other subreddits that we do on this channel, like nice guys, incel tiers, nice girls, and so forth. And yeah, if you guys are new to the channel and you guys like my video, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. We are well on the way to 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys, for helping me grow the channel. And yeah, also hit the like button, comment section down below, helps the algorithm, and I also love engaging with you guys. Yeah, let's get into this. So, am I the a-hole? All right, let's read this one. Am I the a-hole for refusing to give up my seat on a plane so a boy could sit next to his father and to tell the father to behave himself? Okay, interesting. All right, let's read the scenario. So basically, I, a 29-year-old male, boarded my short flight of 70 minutes. Wow, an hour flight, very short, which has a 2 and 2 seating arrangement. I had booked myself a window seat. When I got there, I saw a maybe 7-year-old boy sitting in there next to his father, about 50 years old, in the aisle seat. The opposite row also had his mother and his sister sitting there. Although this happened less than 24 hours ago, I was exhausted, so I don't remember the conversation word for word. I pointed towards my seat, and the father asked me if I would mind swapping so that they could sit together, and that their seats is a row behind it. I said that I would only swap if it is a window seat, and he said it is an aisle seat. Okay, there we go. Then I said I wouldn't swap, and the following conversation happened. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Here we go. So the guy says, "So do you want to sit next to my son?" And he goes, "I don't care. I just wanted a window seat." Yeah, and that's totally valid. You booked a window seat, maybe even paid for it. In some situations, airlines will make you pay for it, but you purposely booked a window seat, and you like window seats. That's me with aisles. I love aisle seats. And then the guy says, while standing up and getting his son up, "You are a very nice person. I mean, not a very nice person." And the OP goes, "It's none of your business, and be polite." And then he goes, "I am not," referring to polite. And then OP says, "I said something I don't remember, and behave yourself." Dude, this is a savage conversation. I just sat there looking at him serious. I think he was trying to shame me initially, but he didn't respond anything else to that. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that people are just feel so entitled to whatever they want. Like, they're like, "But because I have a kid and family, you got to be nice to me." Like, brother, if you wanted your whole family to sit together, maybe book the ticket sooner, or pay so that all of you guys can sit together. If you really wanted that, why do other people have to subscribe to whatever you want just because you have a family? Yeah, it would be going out of his way and being nice if he let you have the seat, 100%. But why should another person sacrifice something that they wanted just so that you can enjoy yourself? You're not the main character, bro. No one is. Everyone is the main character of their own story. His wife was watching this the whole time. When somebody in the row behind saw it, he offered to swap and sat next to me so they did eventually sit next to each other. So the kid ended up still sitting with the dad based on someone else offering this, which is very nice of the other person. For all I care, they could have sat 20 rows apart or even booked a new flight. I had zero investment in this or their reasons. Exactly. They can ask, I can say no, and that should be the end of it. That is so true. They ask, and then you get to say yes or no because it's freedom of choice. I didn't like the swap happen before I approved it either. If they cared that much, they can book the seats in advance like everyone else. I didn't have a good reason why I need the window seat except that I like it and don't like the aisle seat. That's literally right. You're not the asshole. My consensus, this guy is not the asshole. The other people are assholes for making you feel like an asshole or trying to make you feel like one, because all you can do in that scenario as the other people is ask. And then if someone says no, you'd be like, "Okay, yeah, no problem. Thank you anyways." That's how the conversation should have gone as two adults. You can't shame someone else just because they did what was right and they booked whatever seat they wanted. Like, what? That is insane to me. Not the asshole. Okay, good. So other people feel that way too. If they wanted the seat, they would have booked it together. The same thing happened to me when I was going home from Thanksgiving at my sister's on Amtrak. I like the window seat, so if there's one, I sit there. And then I realized that there's a little different. I realized that this is a little different, but because unless it's an Amtrak business class, which you can reserve, it's first come, first serve. It was an hour and a half train ride. This girl and her boyfriend boarded the train. I'm in the window seat and the aisle seat is empty. Also, the aisle seat next to my aisle seat was also empty with the person next to them in the window so they could have sat aisle, but blah, blah, blah. Anyways, the girlfriend said to me, excuse me, if it isn't okay, it's fine, but would you mind finding another seat? What? So he and I can sit together. And I politely said, no, sorry, I want to sit here. She actually looked a little shocked, but one of them sat next to me in the aisle seat and the other sat in the aisle across. They still got to sit together. That's insane to me because, like, what? People are so goofy, man. That's a crazy one, man. All right. Yeah, the guy's not an asshole. Come on. Or, yeah. Just book your tickets if you want to sit with your family. It's so funny to me how entitled people can be. All right, so this one is, all right, am I the a-hole for not letting my ex keep our dog? Juicy one, because I have definitely seen this happen before when a couple gets an animal together. It's always tough. That's why you should always establish whose animal it is, even if you are in a relationship, and even if you do think everything's going to pan out, just in case. I know that's really messed up to think about, but yeah. He gave me the dog for my birthday. Oh, he gave you the dog for your birthday. It's your dog. What? That's already case closed. He was a puppy then and almost a year old. My ex cheated, so obviously I moved out. Oof, I'm sorry. That sucks. When I moved out, I took the dog with me. He never walks him or feed him. Fuck this guy. It's a dog. You got to. What? I paid for all the shots and medical bills. Yeah, this is case closed. It's your dog. Yeah, he insists on plastering my name all over social media saying that I stole his dog. What do I do? He says he will break in and take him if I don't give him back. Dude, he's just being an asshole. 100%. You are not the asshole. This guy is just the worst. This dog means the world to me. What do I do? Blank edit. I would also like to add that this dog has special needs and that we didn't know about it at first. We knew he was blind in one eye because his mother accidentally stepped on him right after he was born. Damn, that sucks for the dog. Poor dog. But we didn't know he had brain damage. He can run and play and listen to simple commands like most bulldogs. Okay. But he constantly thinks he's dehydrated. He cannot be left alone outside or he will drink every puddle till it's dry and eat the mud. Oof, damn. I found out because I got him an automatically refilling water bowl and he drank so much the night that he had a seizure and essentially almost drowned himself. That's crazy. You can close the toilet lid and he will open it and drink it. Wow, that's crazy. He needs constant care, and I don't believe my ex would give that to him if we had shared custody. Oof. Post the vet bills. Yeah, obviously this person's not an asshole. That's a given. All right, so post the vet bills and ask if it's his dog. Why don't you pay for anything? Yo, that's a good one. On a serious note, if your dog isn't chipped, get a chip with your name and address and phone number. Oh, I agree 100%. If this is the U.S., most states also require you register your dog with your town. These two things will help you if he does try to break in and take your dog. Yeah, facts. You can also file a restraining order against him for threatening you about breaking in. Keep documentations of everything. Fully 100% agree with this. Custody is such a weird and like shitty thing that people have to deal with. He was a gift, no takes backs. Who is a Yeah, okay, so this is yapping time. I have a story that will compile to this. Okay, so one time, and this is so weird comparing this because obviously this is a living being and I'm not trying to compare it in that way. I'm just trying to give you an example of to what fortitude is a gift, right? So this dog was given to you. It's already automatically yours, period. No takes backs, seriously. And then now the next thing is going to be this. So I had a girlfriend once. She was awesome. And she taught me a lot because she was much more mature than I was. And we ended and it was fine. Like everything, adults, sometimes you just don't click and people change and shit, right? So during that time, my sister gave her a really nice present. I'm not going to specify what it was because who cares? Not important to the story. And when we broke up, she was respectful enough to be like, hey, and by the way, I know your sister gave me this. Did you want to take it back? Now that in that situation, she offered me the opportunity to take it back. I could have. However, I did realize in that moment it was a gift. And so it was like, you were given it, it's yours. Take it. And like in hindsight, I'm like, I should have took it, but who cares? It's a gift. If somebody was given a gift, you can't just be like, just because I gave it to you, it's mine now. That's kind of messed up, you know? But yeah, come on. It's an immature thing to think. But yeah, we move on. That was an easy given one. All right, let's see what else we can get into. All right. Am I the asshole for telling people I'm still going to drink at a bachelor party? What? So am I the asshole for telling people I'm still going to drink? I'm curious on how you can be an asshole. A large group of friends and I are going to Tahoe for 3 nights for a bachelor party or guys trip. We haven't had one in over 2 years. Later this month and over the last week, drama has hit, primarily by me. Oh God, all right, let's go. I'm 35 male, have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. I'm using vacation time and bought a flight 4 months ago for this trip. I don't go out much these days with 2 kids. Yeah, that's what happens from my friends that have kids. I thought a few days with the boys would let loose would be awesome. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. That's awesome, man. I hope so. The groom proposed last spring and their wedding is coming up March. It was revealed this past week that the fiance is 3 months pregnant. The whole group was shocked but congratulatory. That's awesome. Good for her and good for them. She's going to be pregnant for her wedding. A little while later, the best man informed us that the groom quit drinking when she got pregnant. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's very sweet of him to just, go on the journey with his wife. While they might drink later on in life, it would mean no drinking on the bachelor party. What? Okay, interesting. In solitary, the best man asked we don't drink too. See, here's the thing. He asked. You can still say no. The gist of what I said was, hell no. I spent a lot of money on this trip already. I'm borrowing future time off to go on this trip. My previous time off was used on my baby. I want to do stuff I'm going to enjoy. I understand that we are going for the groom, but I invested a lot of resources in this trip and I wanted to enjoy it. Oh, this is interesting. I wanted to sit at a blackjack table and suck down a half a dozen of Coronas if my funds last long enough. I'm still going to drink. If I need to get a hotel at Harvey's or Bailey's, I will. I offered up a day and a half to stay sober, but that was not taken well. Half of the group agrees. A few are indifferent, and a few are backing the groom best man. The best man has led the charge in calling me an asshole and telling me that I'm being shitty. Am I the asshole? This is a weird one because if you're friends with someone, I would want my boys to have fun, even if I wasn't drinking. God, I went sober for like 2 months once just for a challenge, and I wanted everyone to have the best fucking time of their lives while I was going out with them. What do you want everyone to be like? Just because I can't do something means that you can't do it? No, motherfucker, you're a grown-ass adult. You do whatever you want as long as it doesn't impose on me. Granted, it'd be more funny if you were sober and your boys were drunk, and you got to see that. That's awesome. Just because you have to suffer doesn't mean everyone has to suffer, okay? I don't think this person's an asshole. I think the groom is kind of silly to assume that everyone has to just do whatever they're doing. Yeah. I don't know. That's a silly one. I don't think you're an asshole though. Not in my book, at least. I don't know. That's so silly. I'm gonna say not the asshole because this was springed. None of them look right to me. On to you after you already booked everything. You might not have gone to the whole thing if you had known. Ooh, that's true. Also, maybe it's cultural, but here being teetotaled would be considered a personal choice that you don't have to put on other people, especially in a setting like a casino where your drinks are completely acceptable. Yeah, dude, you're at a casino, bro. Have fun. Not an asshole in my book. I don't understand why people cannot be happy unless everyone is thinking identical to them. Yeah, that's big facts. Furthermore, it's a bachelor party. The bachelor himself should be telling everybody to handle it however they want. The only exception to this is the groom is in recovery from alcoholism. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes, because it could actually harm them. That is the exception. Yeah. And that's what it is all about. You can't, unless it's harming someone, have some fun. Easy. Not the asshole. We move on. A lot of not the asshole so far. Let's see if there is one that is the asshole, because we have definitely seen that in the past in these videos. All right, let's read this one. Am I the a-hole for asking my parents for my money back? Okay, interesting. I've always dreamt of moving out from my family home because of all the drama I faced growing up with them. I moved out around 2022, but somehow my parents convinced me that paying rent somewhere else didn't make sense when I could just live at home for free. Yeah, that's the classic parent move. My parents tried to do that too. To this day, I'm 27 and I own my own house. And they're like, why don't you just rent it out and live with us? As someone who wants to buy their own place one day, this made sense. However, ever since moving back, I've been asked to pay for things that I've been promised would be paid back for. Oh, I hate that. I had a friend in a similar situation. It started off with just some random 200 here and there, but then it jumped to 1,000 and eventually 10,000. You pay $10,000 for something? That's crazy. Now, mind you, my parents and I live in a very well-off neighborhood in a house that has 7 bedrooms with marble floors. Okay, no wonder it's 10,000. So from the outside, it looks like we are very well off, but my mom has explained to me a few times that they're struggling to pay off with the mortgage on the house and their previous house. Probably downsize. I obviously thought about, or why don't you just sell your old house? Exactly. But it is our childhood home, and it would be a shame to get rid of that asset. I've asked politely when I could be expecting my money back, but I would usually get a response like, I can't talk about it right now, or it's coming, just be patient. That was a year ago. It's hard to be talking about the subject with them without them losing their temper. It's so crazy how money is just such like a thing. Like I had a ex-roommate that dated one of my best friends who was also a roommate, and they owed me 6 months of rent, dude. And the moment money gets involved, people get very offended and very heated very fast. And like literally all that happened was I asked like, hey, could you pay the rent? And then they like went off, bro. And that's when I knew this person cannot be living with me. To me, it just seems like they're ignoring the fact that they have to pay me back and that hopefully I'll forget. I'm a student right now and pay for my tuition myself, and I work part-time. Wow, that's crazy that you're helping your family with that while you're a student and paying for your tuition. Good shit, bro. And I know I'm living in their house rent-free, but at this point, I'd rather just move out than have the inconsistent promise of guilt tripping. Yeah, so far, I'm probably owed $25,000. Am I the asshole for pushing them to pay back? No, fuck no. Hell no, you're a grown-ass adult, and you help pay them. There was no agreement that you had to pay for shit when you moved in. People that have been suggesting that I should just move out into the other house, buy off the deed since I paid so much already. I wish I could, but my relatives are renting out the house right now. Plus $25K isn't enough to put on a down payment. As much as I shouldn't be hopeful, my parents said that the only reason they aren't selling the house is because they would pass it down to me or either become me or my sisters. Okay. All right. Well, interesting. Yeah, you're definitely not the asshole though. No, not the asshole, but learn a lesson from this. Money lent to friends and family is pretty much money given away and will rarely be seen again. That is most of the time true, unless you really, really trust that someone does. Like, luckily, my family and my friends are pretty we do each other favors and give back, you know? Not the asshole, but you're never seeing that money again. Your parents are living beyond their means. Learn the lesson, never lend money to anyone unless you're okay with never seeing it again. Yeah. I always thought it was goofy when people like ask for money, to borrow money, like that are friends and family, because like, buddy, it's not a real loan, so you might actually never get it again. That is a very, very valid statement. This was an interesting episode because it was all just not assholes. rare, you know. Maybe next week's episode of this is going to be different, but we'll see. And yeah, I hope that you guys aren't assholes. You know, sure as hell I am. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of AITA, or Am I the Asshole? I know it's a little bit shorter, but I got to wrap this one up because I got a lot to film. I'm currently in Vietnam as I'm filming this video, by the way. So like I'm just stockpiling as much as possible. I've literally had to film 20 something videos in the past 3 or 4 days. It's been insane. But I hope you guys enjoy this one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.